Hi and welcome to this video for you who have grown up with a narcissistic mother, and I want to share with you 5 steps towards deep healing that can help you set you free and that also take you beyond the usual field of psychology and into a more spiritual path. And this is for you who are open to a wider perspective. This is for you who have a spiritual yearning. This is not a quick fix, 5-step easy solution, because these are all growth processes for real deep inner work that really makes a difference in your life. So my name is Åse Wegerif and I've gone this path myself. I've done a lot of work on it, and I now provide help for people who want to heal and live their best life after having a narcissistic mother. So so I'm both a survivor and I'm a registered counselor and I'm a PsychoSpiritual therapist. So let's start with the first step. When you grew up with a narcissistic mother, you have learned consistently to be dismissed by her. She hasn't taken you seriously, she hasn't paid attention to you, so you learn to turn your focus outward and away from yourself. Our upbringings become normalized in our childhood. We think that what we get is the norm, so most kids don't have the language, the capacity, maturity to be able to understand any of this, but you're deeply programmed to invalidate yourself and to focus on other people and what their needs are. Your mother's invalidation has now become your invalidation of yourself, and you might be aware of some of it, but very often people are unaware of the extent that this is ongoing. If you're interested in in working with this, I can offer you a free quiz that I've created, which can really show you what this can look like, so that you can gain awareness and you can work on eliminating some of this from your life in order to create really good, solid, functional relationships. We want to get to having a good, accepting relationship to ourselves, which we never got from our mothers. Point number 2 is that you have a personality today. It's actually a survival personality. It's something you developed in directions when you were a child with your narcissistic mother in the family. So why is it that so many of us are pleasers, are sensitives, are empathic people? Well, these are exactly the kind of qualities that you needed to have in your family. It may, of course, have been different ones as well. Some people weren't allowed to show weakness. Some people had to be just strong all the time. Some of us became very perfectionistic, high achievers, and so on. So there's a lot of different survival directions this can go in, but none of it is actually your true self. That is where our deeper perspective really helps us, because there is a deep spiritual based. If you're not spiritual, you can also think about the deeper essence of you. You have a special gift, you have a special task, you have a special purpose, and all the survival takes you away from this. But by seeing clearly what your adaptations were, how you came to be the way you are, when you can link that to your family of upbringing, see how they were and how you then had to come to be, then this gives you an opportunity to see how you're actually in your survival patterns in the here and now. And this gives you a freedom to choose something else, which is step number 3. When you see the patterns you are repeatedly in based on your upbringing with a narcissistic mother, then you gain a choice because you can see it. You're no longer just in it. And this is the point where you step out of survival, and this is the point where you can tune into your authentic self, your deeper, truer self, and your more spiritual self. And when you do this over time, it frees up all the energy that you step in survival patterns, it frees that up to actually connect with your true self and live from your spirit instead. There are also tools that you can use in order to invite spirit more into your life. If you're interested in these things, then I suggest that you get the quiz link so that you come into my email community. So point number 4 is that when a narcissistic mother doesn't want to feel wrong about anything, just needs to feel completely without fault, she needs to dump her shame somewhere, and most likely you've been shamed a lot. And also just growing up without the normal care, the normal explanations, normal being seen, someone tending to your inner world and checking how you are. When you're so lonely in this and you go through your life growing up like this, nobody helps you see that you're not to blame, because this is what everybody feels growing up, is that I'm unlovable, I'm not worthy, I'm wrong, there's something wrong with me. So point number 4 is to heal shame. Unshame yourself, because you have had buckets, lots and lots of shame, and when you unshame yourself as an adult, then this makes you feel more normal. It makes you feel like perhaps there isn't something wrong with me. So it builds your self-worth piece by piece. And for most of us, our self-worth really does need healing in order to have a good life. And it's also something with when you feel better about yourself, when you have that better relationship to yourself, then you also can have that in your life to other people, because it's really hard to go beyond the relationship you have to yourself, even if you think you do. Truthfully, deeply, it's hard to do that. So these pieces all tie together. Like if you strengthen the relationship to yourself, if you heal the shame, then you can be more authentic, then you can express more who you truly are. This is a spiritual opportunity as well. And if you think about all the shame that you have had, being alone as a child, concluding there was something wrong with you, thinking that you were to blame for things that you couldn't even control, feeling abnormal, having like bizarre behaviors, having, there's so much reasons for shame. Having a mother who continuously needs to not feel any shame and project it onto you, and we as children just taking it on ourselves. So this is a very important chapter of normalizing, showing you how these processes work, which helps you to build your self-worth and place it where it should be, on your mother. Step number 5 is to reprogram your inner maps. Most of what we signal, most of how we operate in relationships, it's all based on old conditioning. And if you have old maps coming from your family with, for instance, people not being safe, you can't trust other people, you expect to be treated badly by other people, you expect to be lied to, and so on, then it's really hard to not be affected by this even decades later in your relationships. But by doing all this work, you can really begin to see how your maps are and begin to distinguish between, your maps and the reality. And when you start to operate in the reality, then you really are on a really good course. But this is a growth process. This is a needing process. This is a process of understanding your wounding, your projections, and taking them back. That's what I help people do in therapy, and that's what I help people do in my 12-week healing journey. And if you're interested in that, and send me an email that you're interested, then I can put you on the wait list for the next time. So there is 5 different very important steps that you can that can really make a big difference in your life. And I hope this has been helpful to you. And obviously this is something that you can experiment with on your own, or you can join a supportive community of other people on the same journey and come closer to my world and really gain from that. So if you like this, please consider subscribing or liking or commenting. I just love it so much when you do. So thank you for that, and hope to see you again. Then you get to see me again as well. Bye-bye.